All right, all right. I think we're live. Are we good?
Were you going to put the thing up there or no? Were you going to put the
Oh, I was. I forgot.
Oh, that's all right.
Hello. Val, can I hear you? I can't hear you anymore.
Hey. Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's make sure we're good.
Hear you good, Val. Hear you good. Can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? All right. So, yeah, we're coming in here as usual with no real game plan. We're just talking. So, I have here Val from McCall's Geek. Welcome back to the channel.
Woo!
Good to have you.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever been on here. I think I only had you on my channel, Chris.
Oh, in a stream. Have we not streamed on here?
I don't think so.
We did this with Tony.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The stream that was promised. We were separate. You started it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were with Tony. Yeah. So, damn, that's not right. What's going on with that? I don't know.
I know. Let's do it more often, man.
All right. Yeah. We'll definitely do that, and we'll do some predictions as well for this season. So let's see what we got up in here before we get started. Let's see. We have Jessica Shook. Hello. Dan Garcia. There's Carol Brown. Claudia. Cynthia. Is that Anika? Aaron. Aaron.
I love that.
I know. I'll never say Aaron again. Okay, I got to get this out of the way really quickly. I'm sorry. Corey Grigson, who dat, beat those Panthers' ass. You owe me, Chris. Yes, okay, I'm supposed to say some shit like the Saints are awesome and they rule the South and they're great and Drew Brees is the best quarterback in history and Sean Payton's a great coach. I'm supposed to say all that shit, apparently. So, yeah, you won. Good job. We got cheated out of a couple of things, but you won fair and square in the end. Because we have a middle school team that shows up every other week. I'm sorry,
it's
we
strange.
do.
You never know who's
You
coming.
just don't know who's going to show up. Sorry, we had to get into the football thing, but I promised I would say that on air. We have a bet every single year, every single game between us and the Saints. All right, so I'm done with that bullshit, Corey. Who shat? Who cares? It's over. Our season's done. Have a good one. You won't make it to the Super Bowl. Anyway. Let's see. Paula Rose, Sir Darkheart, Joey Hallman, Deb, Lando, Kyle Dubs in the house, Wibble Boy Gaming, Ocean Mist, Linda Stanfield, Abhinav, Jessica Shook. Corey said, fuck you. Mamma Mia, Bill Hitchinson. All right, so anyway, let's get rolling here. I know, Val, you have to go to bed early, and James, I don't know what your thing is with work. So, first off, happy birthday, Ben Moon.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ben.
So, yeah, we were streaming Dead by Daylight on the gaming channels and Twitch the other day, and Ben said, "Can we stream on my birthday?" And it happened to line up with this, and we were trying to do something earlier, maybe, or later, but it's a time thing. But happy birthday, Ben. Anyway, I'm glad. Hopefully you're in here. I don't see your name yet, but they're all scrolling by.
Yeah, where the hell, man? Where the hell are you?
Yeah, Ben better not miss his own birthday stream.
No joke.
So, Ben, if you're in here, say hello to make sure. So, anyway, okay. And also, really quick, before we get started with questions on Patreon and all that good stuff and in the chat, let's see. We do
there he is. There he is. I see him.
I see him now,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
there
Ben.
he is. Yes, okay. So, yes, I'm glad you're here, Ben. Happy birthday. Best birthday ever, he says. Oh.
No.
Glad we could be a part
and
of
I
it.
wanted to say this. I want to say, if anybody noticed, I got this cool shirt here.
Very cool shirt.
From this channel I discovered probably, I don't know, 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
This Canadian chick, and it talks about God and stuff, so I picked this up on her store.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
So,
Yo.
Huh?
Wait, did you get into the? Oh, I don't.
It is.
Okay, no, I got confused because I'm looking at the stream and you're saying something and you're doing something different in the stream, so I don't know what you're.
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about. Okay, you're talking about the shirt.
I am. You're with your little toboggan, not the tube.
Okay, all right. So here we go. So there. Okay, I did it.
Oh,
okay, here it is. Yeah,
oh.
you get the Smokescreen shirt.
Yeah, look, she just took it out of the bag. Like she probably
Right.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you?
Sweet daddy.
That's
awesome.
cool. Oh, we're twinsy. We're wearing each other's shit.
I'm digging it.
Very cool. Hey, that looks good though. I'm glad. Hopefully, it's a good print.
No, it's good. It's good quality shit, and yeah, man.
Good quality shit. Yeah, we did a shirt swap, Herb. That's what we did. Anyway, okay, so I guess we'll get into. I forgot. I lost my train of thought with the shirt thing. Let's announce the winner. Let's draw the winner to this really quick, and then we'll do questions and all that good stuff. So, the World of Ice and Fire in the plastic.
Good luck, everyone. How many entries do we get?
Let's see what entries we got really quick. I think we got like 670.
Sweet.
Yeah, 670. Now, this goes to show you the off season, because during the season we had like 4,000 or 5,000 or 8,000.
Yeah.
It was 8,000, like I think it was 8,000 entries compared to 600 and something now, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so is everybody ready for us to draw this winner? Are we good? Are we ready? Everybody ready to hear who won?
You ready?
I guess they are. Okay, drum roll. And the winner is George Edwards from Texas, USA. And let me say this, and this is how he got it. His entry when he followed the Facebook page and liked the Facebook page. So congrats.
Wonderful.
George Edwards from Texas, USA.
Way to go, George.
Congratulations.
Email me, George, on or actually send me a message on the back end of the channel. Go to the About section and click Send Message, and verify your email and all that good stuff, and I will email that, or I'll email the book to you. That's
Or we can bring it to Con of Thrones next year if Spring, Texas is close to where that's.
Yeah, I have no idea. So let's. I'll just hit me up on the back end of the channel, and I will mail that out to you. Or if you want to send me an email, you can email me at chris@smokescreenbiz.com. So George Edwards from Texas, thank you, George, and congratulations. And somebody just subscribed or something, but I can't see it. All right. Okay, so I was just going to bring this up, Val. I don't know if you've been keeping up with this. There's just a couple pieces of news, really. It's really the same thing it's been. We have Winterfell sets continue to be built, and the King's Landing set with the trebuchets and all that. So that's really all that's going on. There's not a lot going on at all with GOT. So we've been saying, we'll get your opinion on this. We've been saying the Winterfell thing, if they're building it up, they're going to tear it down.
Right.
And with King's Landing, obviously somebody's going to take it.
That's what I think.
So what does that mean? The Night King's not going to use trebuchets.
No.
And siege weapons. So what's happening, Val? You're the filming news expert. It's all on you. No pressure.
Yeah. So kidding. Oh my god, dude. I was just looking at this the other day, but yeah, that's it's just big spoilers, kind of big spoilers, but at the same time, like, what did you expect? You know, like the Night King has to go, or King's Landing has to get destroyed. That's just a given. Like it's I'm thinking it has to be the Night King, because they would be so lame for the Night King to not go all the way down to King's Landing. Like, why wouldn't he? I mean, like, but I'm just saying, like, he has to go south one way or another. Like, he has to get past Winterfell. Right. So that's why I don't think that he will destroy Winterfell. I mean, he might, like, kind of hurt it a little bit and then move on for some reason. Like, I keep thinking that something's going to make him change his mind about Winterfell and, like, kind of, like, drop it in the middle and just leave without killing everyone first. So that's what I'm thinking. But, yeah. Then there's the ideas of, like, well, who, like, we know it's, okay, are we allowed to just talk spoilers here? No problem.
Well, I mean, everything's a potential spoiler. This is all speculation.
That's exactly right.
All we've been saying basically, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people think that this final battle is just going to stop there, and I don't think that
There's no way.
I think we got to see Dany's vision come true in a sense.
That's my main reasoning.
You know, and that's probably the Night King on Viserion now. So I think we kind of all knew that, and I think that's part of the deal anyway. They just don't care about Winterfell or the crypts or whatever. They're going by it. So.
Yeah. Well, but let's remember too that this is very different from the books now, and this is very much David and Dan's vision. So all these things about the crypts, that's very much George R. R. Martin. I feel it's not David and Dan. You know, I would love to see the old bodies from like the old Starks like waking up and shit. But I don't know. I feel like David and Dan are not thinking about that so much. But yeah, when it comes to King's Landing and the fact that they're saying that it's going to get, they've been doing like fire testing and all that, and apparently there's going to be dragon fire burning King's Landing. That's the thing. So the question is it Dany's dragons or is it the Night King's dragon now?
Right. And so if they go back to the vision with the snowing in there, we know that was during winter. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were thinking maybe, we're going to have, we keep calling it a John sandwich. Did they have to retreat south, and Cersei has the Golden Company, if they even follow her at all, before coming up from the south to the north. So they may have to fall back to King's Landing, and I don't know. So that may be the deal. Or Jaime lets them know, I think we said this last week, that Cersei does not intend on following up with the deal.
I believe that's what's going to happen.
And then they say, okay, well, we need to go take it and get her out of the picture.
And somehow he gets Bronn word to get, some Lannister in.
Yeah. Right. So maybe the Golden Company comes and betrays her, or maybe Euron does it, or what. There's all kinds of possibilities for the show. We're not even close to this in the books.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, you guys have probably said so many things before, and I don't want to sound repetitive. What else? Okay, I wanted to say something else, and now it's gone. It's just gone. Like, fuck it.
All right. Well, I'm sure it'll pop back in your head. We can come back to it. Just interrupt me if I'm running my mouth.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick.
Go for it.
All you guys who know Val and have been watching her for a while, we get a lot of comments that say, you guys seem so down to earth and real and everything. Val is too. I had the pleasure of meeting Val at Con of Thrones and hanging out with her a few times. And what you see is what you get with Val. Val is exactly like you would picture out from behind that camera. She's really awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Very, very, very cool. Very cool to meet everybody in person and kind of see it's like I think even Val said at the airport, "Are you real?"
I know, man.
Because it's odd. It's weird.
It really is.
It is weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah, Chris is really tall, and James too, actually.
Well, I think me and James towered over everybody there.
That was another weird thing.
We were only shorter than 1-1 on stilts.
That's right.
Hoonjob, what's up, Hoonjob? Let's see. All right, so let me grab a couple. I thought I saw a super chat really quick, and I'll grab these Patreon questions. And if anybody, so Patreon people, if you want to drop on Discord too, I can grab them from there as well. And let's see, Pegleg Pete. There's Pegleg Pete. Val, I see you're finally perfected the lighting, so the roses show. Okay. I guess.
I was hoping he would notice, because these are the blue roses from Lyanna. So, well, not really from Lyanna.
I see them. I wasn't paying attention earlier.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's what they're supposed to represent. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, you had the lights on before we started. That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. Well, Pegleg Pete noticed. Did you notice? Never mind. We didn't do anything different.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Not yet. All right. Let me go to Patreon. Let's see. Lord Manny says, "Hey, Dream Team. Lord Manny wants to know if you're going to try to watching Dark. It's going to be a long winter, and I am super bored if not on your podcast. Thanks." Manny, I don't know. I don't. You told us about Dark, but I don't know if I have time to even try another show right now. But the podcast, we do need some material. I don't know. What do you think, Val? You heard of this Dark thing?
Wait. What are you? I was typing in the chat. So.
Lord Manny is asking if we're going to watch the show Dark.
Oh no! Well, I never heard of that. What is that?
I don't know exactly either. He told us about it before on our gaming stream, I believe.
Oh.
So I can't remember, Manny. Was it on? You have to refresh me. I can't remember if it was on Netflix or he told us something about it before on the stream.
God, well, what's it about? Do you know?
I don't
No
remember.
earthly idea.
I don't know. Manny, please refresh us. I
It's
don't
about
remember.
darkness.
But it's, hey, anything named Dark sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Carol Brown, thank you, Carol, on Patreon says, okay, Chris, get your whistling skills together so you can get ready to earn that arrow. Okay, you don't want me to whistle on here. It'll blow your ears out. I really can whistle.
He can, dude. He did Guns N' Roses' Patience one time, and I was blown away.
Oh, wait. Someone's saying in the chat, Dark is a German version of Stranger Things. Oh.
Oh,
It
okay,
will-
that's, wait a minute, German version?
Yeah. Apparently.
As in just like in the 80s in Germany, I guess, or something?
Yeah, I don't know, but that sounds good. I like it.
Very cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. I mean, I can't promise I have time to watch anything, but oh, let's see. All right, where was I at? So yeah, Carol's referring to a Twitter conversation we had earlier about if you could have any. I read it as weapon. Apparently, it was sword. any sword in any universe or fandom to carry around, and I said lightsaber, or I said a lightsaber for melee,
Yeah.
and I said Yondu's whistle or arrow for, ranged. That's the baddest shit ever. I'm
Hell
sorry.
yeah.
So
that was
anyway.
on your podcast, right? Didn't y'all do that on there too?
We did talk about that
Yeah.
actually a while back before the YouTube channel
Yeah.
died. We did. That actually was my answer there too.
I know. I love that weapon.
Hoss Griffin and on Patreon, Hoss says, Q&A, do you think there will be any epic one-on-one battles left? I do. I mean, I
One-on-one,
think
yes.
you got to see whether it's the Night King and John or them in the air on dragons. You got to see some dragon versus dragon action.
I will bet Brienne's going to be in one.
Yeah, I think
Dude.
there's got to be a few.
I'm just so excited about Dragon versus Dragon. That's gonna be epic.
It is.
It is, yeah, for sure. We'll see how the blue flame measures up against the regular magical dragon.
It's going to
whatever.
be visually stunning.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see that. I can guarantee you're gonna see that shot of actual ice and fire
You damn
colliding
right.
in air. You know you're gonna see that shot. So yeah, I think we're gonna see that. Any other big battles you think, Val or James? Like you said, Brienne. That's a good one.
I do picture her being in another good one.
Maybe Jamie
You know.
or something
Or
involved with
like Clegane
Clegane
Did you guys-
Bowl maybe. I don't know. I'm still not 100% there yet. I think Val, you think it's gonna happen, right?
Oh yeah.
You really do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
What,
thought it
James,
was
you don't?
odd the way he worded that when he said, "You know what's coming for you," but we said the fire thing.
Yep.
We said the fire thing related to the hound.
Oh yeah. See, there's got to be fire involved somehow in it, but yeah, it's happening.
All right, so Val says it's happening. She's got inside info. I'm telling you.
You saw it in the flames.
Mark it down. Let's see. Patreon here, Ocean Mist says, "Hey Chris, looking forward to you and Val tonight." Thank you, Ocean Mist. I saw you in the chat a minute ago. Lydia Quinn, psyched for tonight. Cool. Thank you, Lydia. Doc Holiday says on Patreon,
brother?
"Hey guys, I was wondering if you could spend some time talking about what roles the major character will play next season. Does everyone meet at Winterfell? Does Sansa just hang out there till the end? Will Jorah be sent to intercept the Golden Company? I could list everyone, but if you could pick some you may have ideas on, I'd love to hear you. Are you in agreement or your opinions differ greatly?"
I've wondered about Sansa. Is she just going to hang out at Winterfell too?
Yeah, I think we've mentioned that before. Like, is that the rest of her story? Is just hanging out at Winterfell? I
Her
think
and
they were.
Cersei are going to come face to face.
I think they have to get out of there.
I
I think we, like we said a minute ago, they're going to have to fall back, including Sansa. She's got to leave that castle.
Yep.
I will say, Doc, that we'll be doing. Val and I will be doing more predictions this year. I think we are, right, Val? We're going to do character predictions like we did for season 6.
Yeah.
And we'll get into some detail there for sure. But for an overview, I would say, like we're talking about Sansa, I think she's going to have to leave. Jorah, I think Jorah would fit perfectly in like meeting with this. We got a new character that's the leader of the Golden Company. Is it Harry, right? Is that right?
Harry
Val?
Strickland,
Harry
yeah.
Strickland, yes.
Okay.
So I think that he was in the Golden Company. That'd be a good little conversation,
It would be.
about what Cersei's really up to. So I think that's fair. So yeah, I don't know. I think we'll get into more detail for sure. But yeah, I think I think that I might have to go that way because otherwise, what's his role? You know, with Jorah.
And do you see a scene, any scene where, say, Jorah just says screw it and comes out and really confesses these deep feelings he has, and maybe on his deathbed or anything?
Well, I don't know. I think he
was that last look. Was that like
he kind of has though in the books. He does tell her these things. He tries to kiss her and all kinds of stuff. It's a little different. So I don't know if in the show outright. I think outright he's probably done, accepted it, and that's kind of the thing with Jon. He saw.
That's what I'm saying. I think that look kind of ends that part for him.
I think so. All right, let's see. Val, did you want to add anything for any characters before? Well, I know we'll do specific things, but any general thoughts? What about Sansa? Does she just sit there in Winterfell and die, or is she leaving?
Yeah, Sansa's a difficult one because it kind of feels like her arc just kind of ended with
it did feel like that.
Exactly. Her and Arya are the hardest to predict anything now. Her and Arya, I think.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing for them too will have to do with Dany and just building up that relationship between the girls. I think.
Yeah, there will be some drama at Winterfell for sure when Dany shows up from White Harbor with Jon.
Yep.
And they've heard all these horrible Targaryen tales, and then Jon ends up being one. And then they go, okay, wait a minute, we can't just judge somebody by their last name. So that's got to come out for sure. But I do think physically she's got to get the hell out of Winterfell. And I agree with what you said. I would love for her to meet Cersei again face to face before she gets choked out.
Yeah, for sure.
Before she gets choke slammed by Jaime.
And Val,
I'm just saying it now.
Val, you don't know this, but I've been having this overwhelming feeling that Cersei is gonna kill herself. I don't think we're gonna see.
Oh, dude, no, I completely agree with you. I've had that feeling too.
She's not gonna let somebody get the better of her when the time comes and she's in a corner. I feel like she's going to take her own life somehow.
Yeah, and we may have got the foreshadowing, like we said last week, with the poison before with Tommen. You know, she's not going to let Stannis take him.
Yeah, hey, dude, I've said that in my videos, dude. That's totally my idea. I mean, like, I'm not saying you're selling. I'm just saying, like, I'm happy.
Oh, yeah, no, that's cool. I love her, but I don't watch them all.
No, that's cool, man.
He just watched them all before we started.
But I do. I keep telling him this, don't I? I bring it up about every other day. It's this overwhelming feeling that I think that's the way she goes out. And he has some cool points on how the prophecy could still be fulfilled. You know?
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, like Jaime. Maybe she does do it with a poison. He puts her out of her misery, so to speak, because he sees her struggling.
The Olenna thing could have kind of hint at that too. You know, Olenna died by poison. Let Cersei know it was me.
Yeah,
just a little kind of
you're right.
Little shout out there to poison. I can see it.
Yeah. I like it.
All right, let's see. Where am I? Damn it, I'm on the wrong tab. I got too many tabs open. Where is my Patreon tab? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. All right, so but anyway, Doc, we'll get as the season gets closer, we get some more filming news and stuff. We'll have some in-depth character predictions. Lydia Quinn again on Patreon have a question. What's the deal with the weirwood trees? Do they really live on blood? I think so. I think they've been telling us that in the books a lot. As far as they grow forever. We see the sacrifice in the past that Bran had a vision in the books. The tree actually gets smaller because he's going back in time. And the first one he sees is a sacrifice at that tree of a first man. You have the Brienne chapter in A Feast for Crows where she kills 2 people under a weirwood tree and buries them there. You have all the bones and skulls of, children of the forest and birds and giants and shit at Bloodraven's cave.
Yeah.
So we've been saying that for a long time. People say something to do with blood.
When Ned would wash the blood off of his blade right there by the
weirwood tree.
Right there by it. I mean, there's just so many things.
There's a definite connection, in my opinion, with blood and how they work. So, Valkyrie? I mean, I don't know if you have anything to add.
No, I mean, I agree. That's one of the parts of the story that I haven't given too much thought, to be honest. But I really like your ideas on it.
Yeah, and I don't think we need to have. It's kind of like the God. I hate to say the M word, midichlorians. We don't have to have a definitive answer for everything.
I'm glad you said that, though.
You know what I mean? Let's leave it a little to the imagination. But I do think blood is a strong hint. It's strongly hinted at. Let's see, Michael Blatt on Patreon. Hello, Chris and Val. If you could write the final episode, what would happen? Oh, damn. Val, you want that one first?
Holy crap. This is the one. You know what? I should have this one answer saved for any time someone asks me.
I know.
I guess I would. Fuck. I mean, like,
here's the thing. I'll just say this. Okay. I don't know about any specifics, but it goes back to what people have been asking about, what's this third twist? What's the Night King up to? I mean, you have to reveal that. And if they don't, I'll be so disappointed at this show being the best ever and then to end without explaining there's got to be something we're missing because none of us we may have figured out the end. We'll never know until the end, but I want to know what he's up to, why now, all that kind of stuff versus any other time in history with dragons still being in the world. And that's got to be
he could have got a dragon any other time.
So what I'm saying is I would write that in to make sure that's absolutely 100% clear. There's no question about it. This is why now. Is it John? Is it whatever? Does he know? Does he have is he a proto Stark?
Yeah.
Is he have the warging ability or the green sight like for some first men and green children of the forest did and all that kind of stuff? But I don't know. I don't. Other than that kind of vague answer, I guess. I don't know because I feel like I would screw it up either way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a more general idea that I had was just the fact that everything will end up turning from a feudal thing to a democracy type of thing. So,
right.
Yeah, we've definitely said that you'll start seeing at least hints of it.
Yeah. Well, and then it'll probably be like it started with John being chosen by everyone as the king, and then his kid will probably be the next person that's chosen, and I'm thinking it's gonna be a girl.
Yeah. I'm sure. I have no doubt. Yeah. I have no doubt they'll have a daughter. No doubt. But yeah, I think we saw a little hint of that too with Marine when Dany left Marine. She left Dario there for people to elect their leaders supposedly. So we'll see. I think we'll start seeing that in the books at least. That'll probably be a Dream of Spring if that ever happens. But
yeah, no, and Tyrion was hinting at it too on season 7, just telling Dany that that some people already do this, like Night's Watch do this, and
right, exactly, elect people and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're seeing hints of it already for sure. Kyle Dove saying really quick in the chat here at Smokescreen, because Geek, the Night King was created against a Weirwood. It is possible the Weirwoods warged him. Is he doing the Weirwood's bidding, getting revenge on men who cut them down? That would be interesting if they had their own little hive mind thing of their own. It's actually the trees that are that are controlling.
Crazy.
I don't know. That's interesting, Kyle.
That's M. Night Shyamalan.
It is. That is a sci-fi thing that he would write, but I think in this case it's the other way around. I think they are using the trees, and there's definitely something special about them, obviously, but they've tapped into that power versus the trees tapping into them, if that makes sense. So that's just my opinion. I don't know. All right. Let's see, where am I at here on Patreon? Patreon, Lord Manny. I'm sorry, Lord Manny. I know I got to call him Lord. I just want to know what Night King's problem. What does he want? We just said. Also want to kill Jamie, to kill that bitch of a sister. Okay. I think we just covered all that, Manny. Exactly. We got to. That's got to be the third twist. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Is there any other thing it can be? I just don't think so. It's got to be the Night King, related to the Night King. And Lord Manny, once again, Kristen James and Val thinks football is soccer and she is Canadian, so hockey. Okay, number one, football is football, soccer is soccer, and I don't know what hockey is.
Hockey's what I used to call number 2 when I was about 3 or 4 years old.
That's right.
What?
I got to take a hockey.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's what my parents told me to call it.
That's right.
Like a hot cake?
No, no.
A hot cake. Oh, Lord.
Hockey in your pants again?
Yeah, that used to be. That was a term around here. Maybe not up in Canada, but it was. It was number 2. So, I wonder where that came from.
That is weird.
I
Guess because it looks like a puck.
I guess it can. I don't know. That's odd. That's an odd shape. How do we do?
No. Listen, not in the toilet it doesn't, but when we go camping.
Oh, here it comes. Hashtag black camping sock. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, Val, I don't know if you've seen all these other old streams we're referring to with the black camping sock, but you'll see that hashtag now.
That's funny.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Manny, you're bringing out the worst in us, man. We're divulging into hockey talk. Manny asking you, Val, is that hoodie I sent you?
Yeah, I didn't wear it tonight because it's kind of like my comfy hoodie for like at home. Not like, it kind of looks like I'm in my PJs if I wear it. So like, gonna be a bit more But I have worn it during some like gaming streams. But yeah, it's awesome now, man. Like thank you, Lord Manny, again for that. It's really cool.
All right, yeah, that makes me feel bad, Lord Manny. I didn't get a hoodie. Just saying. I'm kidding, Manny. I'm kidding. Don't say. I'm just playing. It's mainly to fuck with Val. Anyway. No. Doc Holliday. Hey Val, what are your thoughts on aerial? Here we go again. What are your thoughts on aerial warging? But seriously, I'll explain that in a second, Val, to remind you. But seriously, how do you think warging will play out in Season 8? Do you think Bran will warg the wolf pack? So, Doc Holliday is remembering one of our first Q&As when James started asking me questions. And he asked about
I had only
Arya.
seen like 2 episodes, maybe 1 episode.
Yeah, I just said, hey, you want to read these questions? That way I'm just kind of in the hot seat. And then... He said he was reading a question about Arya warging.
Right.
Oh,
but he read it as area warging.
I read it as area warging, and Chris really, like, for the benefit of the person asking the question,
right,
tried to respond.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, area as in a wide area controlling multiple things.
Exactly.
Like, is that what they're talking about? So it ended up being Arya warging. So Doc is pulling up some old jokes. He's got jokes.
And when Chris edited it, oh god, it was funny. He put the little bubble and the arrow.
Oh man, that was funny though. But anyway, so he is asking you, Val, what do you think about warging next season as far as Arya, or I mean, sorry, not Arya, but Bran warging the Wolfpack? I've said it could happen. Like Bran needs to get involved in the war physically somehow, and that's about as physical as he can get.
Yeah.
It's like, are we going to see the Wolfpack?
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, like we have to see Nymeria again, that's for sure, and she has to come and save Arya from something. Like that's gonna happen.
I think so too.
Yeah, but I hadn't thought of Bran being the one who would warg them. I mean, it's possible. I would be okay with that. Because I mean, what other ideas did you have on Bran?
Exactly.
Right. That's what we said before, was that since the show has the other Stark kids as they're not wargs, it would have to be Bran if it's going to be a show thing. So we've seen him warg a flock of ravens now several times. We thought, okay, if the Wolfpack shows up, he's got to get involved. He could warg the whole damn thing, and it's not going to do it. I mean, he would have to have a shit ton of wolves to do anything, but you could do some harm, I guess.
Yeah.
Before they get all killed, because they will. We saw Summer. We saw Adam with Summer.
You could warg a flock of seagulls.
Inside joke.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, on Patreon, Manny was saying that thing is on Netflix as well. Let's see here. Manny's also saying blue fire burns hotter than red fire in science. Yes,
a lot of people say that.
A lot of people say that.
I don't know that that's going to come into play here. That it's going to have any.
I think that was just for our visual. That's really still magical dragonfire either way. Jason Landers on Patreon. Hello, Chris, James, and Val. What is going to happen with Sir Jaime Lannister? Will Jaime persuade Cersei to bring the Golden Company to the north and aid Jon and Dany in the battle against the Night King, or when Jaime rode off and covered his golden hand, was that the final goodbye? Is this show going to fulfill the Valyrian prophecy and have Jaime reunite with Cersei? On a side note, is Val single?
Oh, hell.
Val is engaged, number one. Number two, let's see. I think Jaime thinks that was the final goodbye. He left.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we will see him go back. Now, the Valyrian card, to be fair, was not in the show. So technically in the show, they could kill her any way they wanted to. Poison, suicide, whatever they want. But I think that he's got to play a role in letting the North know that she's not going to follow through. So I definitely don't think that's going to happen. So she's going to die by betraying them somehow. Is that fair, I guess?
yeah, totally.
I feel fair.
Val, is anything to add to that? I don't know. I'll just keep jumping in and talking, so I'll just shut up. So go ahead.
Oh no, well, I mean, okay. So like, how Cersei will die, or like, is it going to have to do with Jaime type of thing, or like?
Yeah, well, just will Jaime and Cersei meet again in some way, or is he done with? Was that the final goodbye, or does he? I was just saying, I think he expects that to be, but it won't be.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I think they need that one last thing, and I believe that last time they see each other, that will be when Cersei's dying, basically. And
right, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes.
All right. So I think we have a couple more. I saw a super chat. I'll grab that in just a second. All right. So we are. Okay, Jason Landers again from Patreon. Chris, James, and Val, will we see a flashback to the Battle of the Trident this season? I think we will see another flashback, but not 100% sure what it will be besides some type of explanation behind the motive of the Night King. Yeah, Jason, I mean, I'll start and let them add any ideas. I don't think we need to see the Trident. I don't think we need to see Rhaegar die. And, I think we saw all we need to see of Rhaegar for the show's sake anyway.
Right.
We saw the love story, so I don't really see a reason to see Rhaegar or the Trident, but I do think we got to see something related to the Night King.
Yeah, we don't have time for that kind of fan service. Everybody wants to see the Battle of the Trident, of course.
Yeah, young Robert, young Rhaegar.
They don't have time.
On horseback, yeah.
They have to, like you said, they have to devote some time to get that Night King piece out.
Yes.
They have to.
And they have to have a huge payoff for this final battle, not just one episode. I mean, it's been building up literally since the prologue.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Can I say something?
No, please. That's what it's your turn.
Okay. No, okay. What I was thinking is that we'll definitely have to see something, because we know that Sam and Bran are going to be working together, and that's like, we know that what they're going to be doing together is figuring out clues from the past. So like, Sam will know the history from the books, and then he will tell Bran where to go and look at something specific. So like, what I was, the one thing that makes sense to me is to figure out how the Night King was defeated the first time. That's like the only thing that I'm thinking they could go back and see.
I like that.
Yeah, and I've said that. I was thinking that before. Like, before, obviously he wasn't killed, so it was an agreement, a pact of some sort. But I don't think this time there can be a pact. It's got to end. I think it's got to be done this time. Like, killed, dead.
Yeah.
So so I think that's the one thing that won't just be a complete repeat of history. I mean, you gotta stop the cycle, otherwise it's the same old story.
Right.
Let's see. Jason Landers on Patreon as well. Will Pod kill a White Walker in season 8? Maybe he'll go take over Littlefinger's brothel. We still got to figure out what's going on with Pod in that brothel for sure. That's the more important thing, Jason. I'm not worried about the White Walker. I want to know what Pa did in the brothel. I mean, I can't imagine what it could be other than Jon Snow's, Southern boy trick. I just don't know.
Wait, what?
So you gotta have that. You gotta have the answer to Tyrion's joke, and you gotta see him sipping Imp's Delight. I mean, that's what you gotta have. Right. And then I'm satisfied. I'm fine. Val's gonna skip that one. That was what she was saying. I can hear the mm-hms. I understand what that meant. See, Anonymous on here on Patreon. Hi, y'all. It's 4 a.m. in the UK, prepping to do our presentation. Just want to say hi and thank you. Got film locations tour is Thursday. Have a good one. Man, I want to go.
Have a blast.
Val just went. Yes, have a blast. And please have a good presentation at that college or university. And, feel free to shout us out or something if you want to do that. No, have a great trip. And, Val just got to do that not too long ago, damn it.
I gotta make a video about that.
Yes, you do.
Did you vlog it?
I did, yeah. I bought a camera specifically to vlog it, but then I realized how difficult it is to actually vlog. Actually, you know what? People who do vlogs, you just like, the more power to you guys. Like,
you know what? It's odd because it's like when people are if you're out in public and people are like watching you, that you have to zone them out because, like, I would guess in big cities it's normal. But
I would say
if I'm walking down the street talking to myself, looking at a phone, people go, "What the fuck is that boy doing?"
Yeah, that Pokemon game's been over for a long time.
Pokemon. Exactly. I'm sure in like New York or in LA it's perfectly normal, but it would be odd. It would be odd.
Yeah.
So did you do it? Did you pull it out in public?
I did.
Did you pull it out in public?
No, I was very sneaky about it.
She did the sneaky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did the sneaky thing in the car at Con of Thrones. I didn't even know she was doing it until she made me aware of it.
See,
yeah, she is. She's like a little quiet little mouse in the corner. You don't hear her.
I know.
No, I didn't mean that in a bad way. I was just I couldn't think of anything.
No, it's true.
Scale of 1 to 10, how fun was the trip, Val?
Yes, 15. You know what? I would say 15. Like, the thing is, like, because I had to work while I was there. I had to make videos while I was there, so that kind of sucked a little bit.
Right.
But it was great. No, I loved it. I really want to go back. Like, I felt like Northern Ireland was just calling my name, like, "Val, you belong here."
Really? That's so cool.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. I was already thinking, like, man, if I ever like retire or some sort of retirement that I could have, like, I would move here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the people were really cool and everything everywhere you went.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, and it wasn't even like afternoon. I think it was like in the middle of the day when we went to a bar. An Irish bar, and there were people drinking there, like, people just getting drunk at a bar, and like they were just so talkative. Yeah, and they were all like, "Oh, Canadians!" Like, "Oh yeah, we're freaking." They were chatting us up. Yeah, no, and it was good.
That's so cool.
See, I need to visit the motherland. That's Ireland's the motherland for me.
Yeah.
One day I'll have money and I can do things like that, and get on an airplane for 14 hours or whatever. Jesus.
Oh, okay, it's not that much, but yeah.
Whatever.
You scared me, dude. I believed you the first time you said that. I was like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, what was it? What was the flight?
Must have been like 6 hours, 7 hours.
6? That's it? That don't sound right.
That. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe so. I mean, it was 5 hours to San Francisco from here, so I figured it was double that.
Yeah. Don't trust maps. People don't know how to.
All right. Let's see. We got Jason there. Manny, Lord Manny again. When is your birthday? I don't know if you're asking me that, Manny. Mine is June 18th, to be specific. Val just had hers. Of course, you know that. I think you were on the stream. Her birthday stream.
May 27th here.
Let's see. Manny also says, Chris, I'm not Lord Manny, but I'm part of your King's Guard. So when do I get a white robe? That's right. You are a Kingsguard. That's right. Maybe I need to do white cloaks. But I will say this really quick for patrons. I am, and Hoss asked me about this on the other week. Actually, I'm still doing the shirts. They're coming. It's just got to be all at one time. So I got to get all that pre-ordered at one time and ship those out to you guys. So for executive producers and all.
Do
that
a terry
stuff.
cloth robe. One of those nice ones from the hotel.
All right, I think we had Will super chat here. Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Will.
Hey, Chris James, will you be upset when we discover that Ned plus Ashara equals John in the books? Ask Val. Oh God, no, I won't be upset, but it's not going to happen, Val.
Shut up.
You don't believe that, do you? You don't.
I
really.
don't. Hey. I do. You know what? I can't even. It's just like everyone's just so hateful towards this theory.
I'm not hateful. I'm just saying. I just don't believe it.
Okay. I know. I think, and you know what? It's just, and I saw somewhere. I don't know how true this is, but somewhere someone said, and I'm not gonna say any names, but that George R. R. Martin's wife was asked about R plus L equals J at a party, and she said that was too simple for George.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know how true this is, but I heard that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's not true. I don't believe it.
Well, and now we've seen proof that David and Dan have changed a lot of the things that a lot of the payoff that George R. R. Martin had planned. We've seen a lot of okay, this is getting into it too deep, but I don't know if you watched that video I sent you, but how it explained how it seems like David and Dan sat down with George R. R. Martin around at the end of when they stopped writing, before they started writing in season 4. And that's around the time that George R. R. Martin realized that he wasn't going to finish the books before the show caught up with him, and he freaked out and he was like, okay, I need to tell David and Dan what the end is so they can do it. And then they didn't it seems like he told them, and they changed a whole bunch of things after that, because in season 4, that's when a lot of book plots that were set up in the first 3 seasons started getting dropped. And then they started doing their own thing. So, I mean, it's very possible that a lot of the things that we've seen in the show are just not going to happen in the books at all. And they were just used because they were better for TV. And yeah, I mean, so I'm not saying R plus L equals J is one of those, but you never know.
Yeah, well, there's definitely some fan service. There's definitely some differences, but I mean, I'll just close with it. I just think it's too big of a plot point, and thematically, it doesn't make sense for the Danes to be anything but a Ned backstory.
I like someone in the chat saying George R. Martin's wife equals drunk.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Exactly.
Nice. Hey, there's someone saying here, Sir Dark Heart. I see you. Nice. I like you guys.
All right, D Brown super chat. Thank you, D Brown.
Thank you, D.
Do you think the end will be it shoots back to Ned right before he's killed, and we realize the whole series was just a thought he had before death? Damn, I've heard the Bran thing before, like Bran waking up, but I haven't heard that before. Like the whole thing was a thought before he dies.
Wow.
I don't think that would happen. That would be shocking for sure. Everybody'd be like, their jaws would be on the floor.
Yeah.
Going, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't like to see that. I mean,
was going to say, I hope not.
Yeah, not just like it didn't actually happen.
Right.
Yeah, anything where it didn't actually happen, no. Yeah. No, let's not do the Sixth Sense crap.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great that's great for that particular story, but not this one. What do you think about it? Do you want to see a thought as a Ned thought before he dies, or like Bran waking up and it never, he was just in his coma the whole time?
No.
Yes, that's right. So
I would go more with the whole Sam is writing the story type of thing, but yeah.
But it all really happened.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you're right, as long as we see, if we see the ending where Sam's writing a story and he's, reading it to baby Sam or whatever. As long as it actually just flash forwards 5 years, 10 years later, whatever at the very end, that's fine. Where they're sipping on Imp's Delight and reading the story to somebody, but it's got to actually happen.
Yeah.
All right, so I
Have
think
you ever pictured it when it does end, if it flashes forward to the sipping on Imps Delight, that it flashes way forward? And like Tyrion is gray and, you know.
It could happen. It could happen. I think we got to get the answer to that joke, and I think that will happen. So I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know if they want to go,
because there had to be a lot of reconstruction after all this devastation.
Yeah, and I did tell you before. I think there'll be, and this probably won't be a show thing unless they do flash forward that far. But you'll see a lot of advancements in the Citadel and stuff. More like a book thing, more than likely. But I don't know. I don't know how far they go. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we've been going for an hour now. Val, I'm not sure. You said you were hanging around about an hour. I'm not sure if you're trying to leave or you want to stay. We usually take a quick break. I don't know if you want to hang out.
Okay.
I mean, don't feel pressure. There's no pressure.
Okay, let's add another half hour to this.
Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break, really quick, and let the dog out and all that stuff. Val, you want to you want to get on? You want to stay, hang out with them while we go take a break, or you want to take a break with us?
Sure. I can read the chat while you guys are gone.
All right.
Okay, I should have did a thing where here I'll just I'll stretch Val out on the screen is what I'm saying. All right, she's taking over. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
We're like beavis and butthead.
Val, take over Smokescreen. We'll be back.
Woo! Oh, I see my face moving now. Oh my god, my face is so big, you guys. You made me way too big. Oh my god. Okay, so what are you guys saying in the chat? Hey! Oh my god. Hey, Jessica Shook. I see you. Hey, fractured the empiricist? Jesus Christ. Natalie! Oh my god! You're here! Hey, Helen! Hey, Robert! Hey, Amanda! Hey, Ara, Davis, Leslie! Look, whoa. Yeah, Lando. See you there. PJ! Oh my god, PJ, you're here. Okay, so wait, Val, we are the only sane people here. Our political cliche doesn't work in the books. Man, I don't know, I don't want to be one of those people who is like all about a theory and then it doesn't happen, because that's really the worst. But it's kind of fun to just kind of go for it. Just go for one theory and not worry about it not happening. Because then you're so like 50-50 about everything, right? So we're gonna take over with the Proto Geek hashtag instead of the Proto Stark hashtag, at least for the night. Yeah. Did that just start tonight, or is that something that you guys have been doing for a while? Because I like it. We need Proto Geek shirts. Yeah. With the tie-dye. I want to tie-dye shirt too. I know you guys have been asking for like a tie-dye shirt with a Smokescreen logo. I think that's really cool. We should get that. I've taken the guys' faces. Oh my god. Holy crap, you guys. Because smoke. I see it, Proto Geek. Oh, I see. Fractured them pierces. I got it right. Nice, good to know. Eduardo Blanco, thank you. Gracias. I see some Spanish over there. You know, my streams are now bilingual. If you speak Spanish, Spanish is welcome. Very much welcome. The top 5 worst dads in Game of Thrones. Well, you've got to, like, everyone agrees that the worst dad in Game of Thrones is Craster. Craster is definitely by far the worst dad. After that, you could have Balon Greyjoy, Bruce Bolton. Who else was there? I mean, Tywin. Tywin's kind of badass, but he is kind of a shitty dad just to, but he has to be. Like, it's not like he's evil. He's just doing it for the family. I would hope. What else are you guys? Yeah, Proto Geek. Yeah, Proto Geek. Hashtag Proto Geek. Yeah. Let's see. Mishi. When they come back, just take over like this and incorporate them like a boss. Like a boss. Yeah, I wonder if I can just take over. I am, honestly. Did you guys say that the audio is not right? Yo, Carol. Yo no sabía que tú hablabas español, Carol. See, I said Carol in like Spanish. Carol. Carol, no, seriously, you speak Spanish? What is this? Oh, Randall Tarley. There you go. Randall Tarley is a really bad dad at that too. Yeah, you're right. Let me see. Steph Snow saying, "Hi Val, I'm not familiar with your channel. I'll have to check it out. So I'll ask you a silly girl question. Which Game of Thrones character makes your heart swoon?" Oh, people, I know some of you guys already know my answer, and it's not something that anyone would expect. I don't even want to say it. You know what? Let's skip it, and let's pick someone else. I think, and he was actually in my dream the other night. I didn't say that. Don't tell anyone I said that. Who else? Actually, in Game of Thrones, Jorah. Yeah, Jorah. There you go. I love Jorah. Well, Carol, that's cool. You speak Spanish. Really cool. I should totally cameo in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I mean, but the only thing is, like, I can't speak because I look like, with my pale skin, I could be a Northerner, but my accent is more like a Dorne person, or at least that's what people tell me. I sound Dornish, but I look like a Northerner. So I would have to be like an extra in the background that doesn't say anything. That'd be cool. Yeah. But I think I missed my chance, guys. There's only one Game of Thrones season left. I've missed my chance. Unless they need people for the spin-offs. I mean, there's still that. Kyle. Okay, you know my favorite character. You know, it's my favorite character, Littlefinger. Okay, that's it. I'm going to disappear now. Shame. Walder Frey's another shitty dad. That's right. That is right. Let me see. I don't want to miss out on it. Okay, the audio is good. You guys are saying the audio is good. Dario was a good one. Oh yeah. And Rhaegar. Oh, wait. What about Rhaegar, Aegon, and Rhaenys? What about them, Natalie? Are you asking something else before that? Let me see. I can't be the only person who wants Lyanna Mormont to go away. Oh my god, Alicia. Why is Chris... Will you be mad? Oh. What? Why are you typing that, Chris? I'm confused. Oh, I see. Can you guys see yourselves? I think the chat is like right here. Jorah is totally cool. I follow your channel, Val. Thank you. Oh my god.
All right. We're here.
Oh,
no.
No.
We're just gonna sit here and watch because you're doing a great job.
You are. That was enjoyable.
Oh, hey, Robert W. That was good, man. That's enough. That's good enough.
What you wearing your sunglasses at night for? You listened to the song again, didn't you?
Ah, I should have sang it.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Go ahead, Val. Break it down.
Oh no, I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
I'm trying to get your face back right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That would have been funny because I was about to make that face that the guy makes in the video. Have you guys watched the actual video of the sunglasses at night when the guy just sings like this?
Oh yeah, I remember that video.
Oh yeah, we're old.
Okay, good.
No, what do you mean good? That's not good. All right, let's see. You didn't see my question. I asked you a question when we were watching you Mobley.
No, I saw the question. I just didn't get like.
just,
Yeah, no, actually, yes. Like my answer is yes.
I was just trolling you. Herb Coswell, Q&A, please answer this. Do you think Gendry will die next season? I don't think so because he just came back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of people want him to be made Lord of the Stormlands and all that, but everybody can't survive this. I don't know.
Where I'm going with it. I think people are going to be disappointed.
I'm not sure. What do you think, Val? You think Gendry's going to survive this whole thing?
Yes, Gendry is going to survive, and he's going to get Storm's End.
We do agree on that. I'm just not sure about. I think he'll get Storm's End, but whether he survives, and well, I don't know. I mean, does Dany do all that, at Winterfell while this war's going on? Like, say, hurt him back into the fold and Baratheons. I don't know.
Well, he's gonna do something to help in the war to be able to get that, right? So he'll have to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it has to have the please do the whole Valyrian steel thing. Like, come on, just it's right there. You can do it. Like, doesn't matter if just people don't know how to. They can figure it out. They can make it up. For the show.
We've been saying the whole Valyrian steel thing wouldn't make it here. So let me ask you a question. This is for Val from Geek. Q&A.
Okay.
Do you think that Valyrian steel works on the Night King or Dragonglass?
Okay, that's a good one. You know what? I do think that there is a reason. Why Arya has that dagger, and it wasn't just to kill Littlefinger. There's a reason. There's something special about that dagger. It was in the book, and I think I just saw your reaction. You imitating me, yeah. And I think it'll have to do there's something special about that dagger, but the fact that it has Valyrian steel, it's part of it. I feel like a regular Valyrian steel weapon might not work on the Night King, but that dagger specifically may have something else that's special about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a cool thought.
Yeah, I think so. And
the dagger, yeah, we've said that's good.
It being in that book and everything, whether it's exactly the same one or just the design's unclear, but it made me think it was more important too. And we had actually said that a year and a half ago in the dragon thing that dagger would come back into it, but. I still kind of think maybe Dragonglass is an ingredient anyway, but what made me question it again was the fire in season 7 with Dany came up north, saved everybody, and the Night King just walked through magic dragon fire.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I expected. Now maybe at that point it wasn't magical anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it's okay, is that going to work? Is it going to be that simple since he's got it in his chest already?
That's what I'm thinking.
So we got the idea maybe it's got to be pulled out. I don't
know. Yes. Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, I've heard that from you guys, and it's good stuff.
Let's see. Mamma Mia has a question.
So far, your favorite part about the dagger is that it cut Catelyn's hands really bad.
Yeah, right. And well, I like the one that Lord Frey was holding when he cut her throat.
Oh my God, Chris!
No, I'm kidding. I don't wish death upon anybody in House Stark. It's a joke. I'm kidding. Let's see. Mamma Mia has a question from young Jayway123. In the Sansa Winds of Winter chapter, she refers to Tyrion as her husband, and if not mistaken, Tyrion does in his Winds of Winter chapter as well. Do you think they end up together? I think it's possible because, and here's the reason I say that. You have the whole Sansa, and we had this argument on the podcast about Sansa and her, knight in shining armor, the handsome young prince type thing that she'd always dreamed of. But it ends up being this, and she said last season, Tyrion is different from the other Lannisters.
Yes.
And then, so in the end, she's with this, stunted dwarf or whatever, but he treats her well. He's a nice dude.
And they both together learn,
Yes.
how to love, and for different reasons than they initially set out. You know, he was a womanizer. He's gonna,
Right.
you know what I mean. He's gonna change, and she's gonna change. And I
And
see
they
them
brought
together.
that back up again at Dragonstone as well. So, what do you think, Val, Sansa, and Tyrion?
Yeah, that's a good one too. I think it would be that poetic justice thing.
Exactly.
That, yeah, I liked how people are talking about how, Sansa's always wanted this perfect man, but Tyrion is sort of the person that she needs. The only guy who's treated her right.
Exactly. All right, let me check Patreon. I think we had a couple more. Let's see here. Jason Landers. Thank you, Jason. Also, really quick, thank you, Lord Manny did become Kingsguard Manny. Thank you for the increase on Patreon. Really appreciate it. I just saw that email when we took a stretcher.
I hope you don't ever become Kingslayer.
Yeah, I don't have that as a level, so I made sure to avoid that. Hand to the king as high as you get here. Yeah, Manny, your white cloak's on its way. I promise.
That's awesome. Thanks, Manny.
Jason Landers, what do my 3 favorite YouTubers think about the Bran being the Night King theory? Also, this live cast will be absolutely perfect with Bat Productions. We have a podcast with all those people. We did talk about that on the podcast.
I will say this. I got to step out of this one, kind of. Okay, I appreciate that I'm one of your 3 favorites, but I will say that I don't think that that's the case. But I don't have the reasoning behind my reason that you guys do. You guys are really deeply into this, so I'd rather hear your reasoning.
Yeah, we talked about this on the Side Effect podcast in episode, what was it, Val? 15, maybe 16, I think, maybe one of the past 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of, I think we destroyed it pretty good. And here's what it boils down to. So the idea is that Bran goes back in time at some point to try to stop it. And for some reason, to try to stop it, he wargs into the first man proto-Stark guy. Instead, like he was going to make him run or something.
Okay.
Instead of warging into the person who is holding the dagger, he wargs into the man, but he gets stuck there. And then, therefore, at some point in Season 8, we'd have to see Bran go into warg mode and essentially die. Because he's stuck. He can't get out of warg mode.
Okay.
Because he can't he can't do 2 things both at once. He can't be walking around or be rolled around and still be stuck. You know what I'm saying? He would die of malnutrition or whatever. So I think the idea is if he's not in control of the Night King, in other words, it's not Bran constantly making him kill people, then what's the point if he's just stuck in there?
Okay.
Right, Val? Is that what we concluded, Val, basically?
Yeah, the strongest point we had was that it makes no sense in the plot for Bran to do that because there's no result from it.
Right. Yeah, if he was in control of it and it was like that was the big twist where he's actually like controlling the Night King and doing something for whatever reason, that would be a twist. But he's not. It would have him just basically go into warg mode and just shrivel up and die. So at some point in the future in Season 8, if that's true, we'll see Bran laying over in the corner. and his eyes will be white and he'll be drooling and that's it. There's no point. Because he's not in control. He's stuck.
Yeah.
So that's what we came with. Anyway, if you want to hear more, go find that episode of the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud. Speaking of the podcast, let me say this really quick before you get off here, Val, and stuff too. We have episode 18 just went up. We'll record tomorrow. I think tomorrow's Tuesday. No, today's Sunday.
Yeah.
Tuesday. we record and we'll get the YouTube channel. I'm gonna try to vow to get this thing up this week, the new channel, because obviously the other one's not coming back, right?
What?
The other Side Effect channel that got destroyed.
That's right. Yeah.
Whatever reason.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get that back on YouTube as well. But in the meantime, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play. But we went into that pretty deep there, D Brown. So I'm sorry, Jason. D Brown as well on Patreon Q&A. What if we get to the end and we just cut back to Ned right before he's killed and we realize the whole thing was just a thought he had twisted and bittersweet. Okay, we did answer that, but you posted it again?
Yeah. That's
okay. So D, if you didn't hear us the first time, we did answer that previously.
We did.
We would. I said basically I would hate it. I would absolutely hate it that none of this actually happened. And same thing if Bran wakes up from the coma as a kid and it never happened. Yeah. And I think everybody pretty much agreed.
Yeah.
As long as it actually happens and we see like the Sam telling the story or whatever, that's fine. But it's got to actually happen.
Yeah. Don't care if it's a flashback as long as it actually happened.
Right. So.
Hey, is my face frozen?
For John's sake, because he hooked up with Danny in that dream.
Is your face frozen? No.
I don't know. I think my face froze on the stream. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not showing anything bad. I don't know. Is everything good?
Oh no, there. I'm back. It's all good.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, and I should have asked this when we first started. You guys are not hearing an echo or anything, right? Because we had to have Val on separately, audios all. So I guess everybody. I think they would have been complaining. So I think we're good. All right. I think there was one more on Patreon. I thought. Michael Smith, Q&A. Val, what spinoff would you want to see?
Yeah, I'm interested to hear this too.
Okay. I want to see them all. Okay, I don't care.
Right, that's my default answer too.
but I do agree that one of the best, coolest ones would be the Nymeria one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The whole Dornish thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If they don't fuck up Dorne again, yes.
Yeah, maybe they'll want to do that to redeem it a little bit.
That's
even
true.
Though it wasn't in the main show, but at least show that there's good history there. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I had mentioned. I think the one that's more than likely is whatever's based off Fire and Blood, right? The whole since he's co-writing that now, and he said it's an adaptation, and he's obviously releasing Fire and Blood. And he just released this this latest one, the what is it, Son of the Dragon, or Sons of the Dragon. I think we're going to see that for sure. But maybe they'll do all 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm sorry. White Cloak Manny says Chris James and Val, you should do the side effect live. We may do a live one. We were just talking about that the other night. We'll figure that out.
And I am technically not a side effector, but yeah, I think they should.
We can have guests.
Yeah. Hey James.
Yes, ma'am. I'd love to be a guest. I'd love to be a guest on the side effect.
Well, then we'll do that. Maybe Tuesday.
Yeah, why not?
Hell yes.
So, yeah.
Pencil me in.
We'll get James a mic and we got extra mics here. Yeah,
man.
We'll get that going. We'll do that. Yeah, we'll definitely do some live stuff for sure, Manny. Randy Suimatsu, thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
On Patreon, I think there's more in the books Sam took than John's ID. Maybe the daggers roll. Maybe Sam and the group will have to get back to the Citadel to get into those locked away books. What do you think? Great to have Val along. I watched quite a few of her vids. I don't know. I don't know. I think with that group of books that he took, that's really, at least the show, that's all we're going to need.
I think so too. I really do. Yeah, I don't think we're going back to break into anything at the Citadel.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to even show that again. We kind of, I think Val and I thought at least that we might see the Euron Citadel plot line a little bit, but we never saw any of that. So I think him grabbing all the books and the scrolls, right? I think that's probably all we'll see.
I mean, I would love to see. I can't remember where I said this, but I would love, and I just linked the side effect in the chat, like people were asking to link it up. But yeah, anyways, that I would love to see the Maesters dying, just because I was
that's right,
so pissed. They're so close-minded. They don't want to accept
it.
Right,
I agree.
Except for Morwen, yes, they are. And I remember you saying that. I was laughing because she was the first one I ever heard say, "I just want to see all the Maesters die."
And she's right. They were closed-minded.
They were assholes. Like, No,
Yeah.
even Maester Lewin though, but you gotta love Lewin. But then when I was doing the foreshadowing video, which I skipped an episode and wouldn't even realize it. I'll fix that, by the way. But yeah, so I went straight to episode 3, and I was calling it episode
That's
2.
crazy.
But but I was doing the scene where Lewin is talking to Bran about magic's gone and the children of the forest are forgotten about. Maybe they were once a thing in the world, and he was saying, no, my dreams are different. And he was showing him his Valyrian steel link, and it's like, okay, even Maester Lewin, he just thinks it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Which of course we knew at the time it wasn't, obviously. But yeah, so even what about Maester Lewin, Val? What if he was still alive?
Oh, you know what? I gotta go all out and say yes, Mr.
Oh,
Lewis.
wow.
I love him, but he was also so like I just
So wait a minute, hold up. So what if we? Okay, they brought a white to King's Landing, right?
Yeah.
What if they bring a white to the Citadel and show all them bastards, and they say, "Oh, okay," and are they fine then, or you still want them to die?
No, okay. It's not that I want them to die, okay? It's that I want them to realize that they were wrong.
Yes.
That is all I want, and it
That's
would be
what I'm
hilarious.
saying. Would you give them a chance to say, "Okay, we were wrong. Sorry."
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be-
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, kill some.
What's
some.
Just for good measure. Because well, there would probably still be some asshole there going, bullshit, that's fake.
Yeah.
That's special effects.
What did you put in my tea?
That's CGI. Yeah, no shit. Okay. Patreon again. If the Night King from Randy again, Suimatsu, if the Night King flies down and burns up the Golden Company, he'd have a nice army to take to King's Landing.
Woo.
Hey, yeah. But he's already got a nice army. But I still think, so that's a good thought, but I still think the Golden Company will follow Dany. Targaryen in the show, they won't do Blackfire stuff, so. Val, what do you think about the Golden Company? Following Dany?
Yeah, following Dany, and I really like the idea that we came up with on the podcast. That was like it'll be Theon who helps them turn against Cersei, and it won't be like because he defeats Euron and he's like super powerful all of a sudden. Although David then could do something like that,
Yeah.
but I like the idea that it was like what did Kevin say? It was like because Theon or Euron would have Theon in a cell. And like on his ship or something, and then Theon would be able to communicate with Harry Strickland.
Oh yes.
At some point while he was a prisoner there, and I can't remember what Kevin said, but it was really good. Like, and he would be able to convince Harry to turn against.
Yeah, it was basically him kind of talking to Harry as a prisoner, and then saying, "Look, I follow Queen Daenerys Targaryen, yada yada yada," and that gives the connection there. Oh, this is what we're up against, or Cersei's lying, and she's told us all this other shit.
Right.
Something like that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. That would work. All right. Manny, I'm sorry, White Cloak Manny. Thank you, Manny is now Lord Commander Manny. So, you can just keep moving up here. He's gonna be handed. He's gonna be handed the king here in a few minutes. I'm telling you.
Manny, are you drinking? Are you drinking right now, Manny?
Manny's drinking. He's gonna regret it in the morning. Oh Lord. So thank you, Manny. I appreciate it. He just said he updated his donation.
Awesome,
really appreciate it, Manny, for you got and everybody on Patreon. This is literally gets me through this long night. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm sure Val feels it too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And to let everyone know, guys, like I got a part-time job, so that is why I have to go to bed early, because I do that now from like 9 to 1 every weekday. So yeah, and that's helping me out a lot. So that combined with Patreon, like now I can finally feel a bit better.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's tough. I hope people don't think YouTubers make money, because I tell you what, it was when we started. Well, Val started. Well, I don't know. I started a little before you. I'm not sure. Whatever. It was about the same time. Close enough.
Yeah, you started a little bit before me. Yeah.
Yeah, well, technically I started a channel, but I just never did anything because I was scared to get in front of a camera. I mean, I wasn't scared, but it was odd talking to myself in my own room, just going, "There's nobody here. I'm supposed to talk to this thing." Anyway, it was odd. Anyway, the point being is that back then everything was different. Algorithms was different. We had talked about this, Val. Like we thought, okay, we got to get to like 100,000 before you can go full time, and ended up being you really didn't have to do that back then. Mm-hmm. You know, you could get to, I don't want to get into all the technical details, but a CPM that was higher on our channels or for our channel types and all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, at some point you started growing and then it would kind of take over and snowball, and that don't happen anymore. It just don't. It don't matter.
Yeah, no, it keeps going down. Like, it's just like, and even by the time that we started doing YouTube, like, the YouTubers were already making a lot less than they used to, like, a few years before we started.
Right.
Like, at first, everyone was just making so much money, and then slowly everything just keeps going down and down and down. But yeah, like, when I had like 20,000 something subs, like, I was already making really like good money. And I thought, not even 100,000. I thought I needed like 600, like 500,000 subscribers to like go full time.
But now, now it's insane. I mean, the demonetization and that damn thing's not learning. It's only delayed. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not learning anything. It's a piece of shit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Skynet does not work. I'm just telling you now. So it's absolutely insane. So yeah, really appreciate Patreons. Let's see. I keep forgetting, Manny. You keep moving up on me. Lord Commander Manny is Danny's brother's best friend, Commander Golden Company. I am retired, living in the good life in the sunny West Palm Beach. You guys are great. Oh, so he's trying to rolling up. That's what's going on here. Is Danny's brother best friend, Commander Golden Company? Viserys didn't have a best friend. Oh, you talking about John Connington? I guess you're saying Rhaegar's best friend, John Connington. Yeah, that in a book thing, sure. But not in the show. We're not going to get any young Griff, John Connington, any of that stuff. All right. Let me. You know, I didn't even check. I don't think we got anything, but let me double check Streamlabs really quick. Anytime you got to go, Val, let me know. I don't want to keep you up, and James, you too.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, you were short. Oh no, sorry.
All right. Well, really quick, Carol Brown, thank you, Carol, on Streamlabs. Appreciate it. Con of Thrones or bust. Can't stay long tonight, but wanted to send some love. Rock and roll. Let's hear that whistle, Chris. That arrow waits. She probably sent that hours ago or an hour ago.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Carol, if you're watching this back. I didn't see it earlier. So thank you, but I mentioned before, I don't want to whistle in here and bust your eardrums will burst. I can't do it. But thank you
so much, Carol, and I hope
everything goes well.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess what we'll do, I think we're caught up with that. No, we got one really quick super chat from Amanda Duncan. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for the wonderful stream, Chris, James, and Val. Hashtag Proto Geek. There's a new one.
That is
awesome. Yeah, we did it, guys.
We got a new hashtag, Val. So we got Proto Stark and now Proto Geek, and I saw people. What were they saying? Like, because Smoke Val or no Smoke Geek or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Smoke.
Because Smoke. Yeah.
It just sounds like a weed channel.
Yeah. All right.
This is really fun.
It is. Val's frozen again. Okay, so let me be clear. While we're caught, I mean, we still got regular chat stuff, but while we're caught up, you got to get out of here, or what's your deal too?
I got to go to work in the morning, but we can hang out if the guys want to.
Okay, so Val's got to get out of here, right? Val, that's right. You got to head out, correct? And you're stuck. I think she is stuck again.
Yeah, I'm frozen again.
She's frozen again. She's still here. Okay, we got her live audio, right? Everybody can still hear her, correct?
There she's back.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
right, so that's cool. She missed Val Screen. That sounds like a product. That sounds like some 50 SPF sunscreen.
House screen.
Okay, Carol. Oh, there's Carol. Okay, I'm outie. Have a good one. Have a good week, Carol. Okay, so we'll take a quick break then, really quick, and let Val get out of here as well. So, thank you, Val, for coming on Smokescreen for the first stream. That's insane. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
I know. Okay. No, yeah. Thank you for having me. But yes, shirt again. Here we go. Represent.
That's so cool.
That's right. That's right. I hadn't had a shirt sold in about 2 months. Because I had this other company reaching out to me, some YouTube certified thing, and I tried to set it up for a minute just to check it out, and it wouldn't accept my design. So, but they do have hats, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Because my whole hat thing's pissing me off. They still are not getting my hats back on Teespring. Damn it.
Yeah, when I first started, I would come over here and film my sports stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I would actually watch your and Val's prediction shit and stuff that y'all used to do together, and that was really good stuff. That was a long time ago, Val. I would love to see what you guys could do now.
Yeah, and I'd watched those a while back, and we got.
Y'all were like freshmen.
I'm just saying, and I don't mean this in any uppity way. We got so much better at editing. God Almighty, Jesus! I'm telling you, Val was already good, but I was self-taught, and it's.
But you can't do it. You edit them so much so much more funny. Like it's just like you have that like funny editing talent in you.
You do too, dude. I've seen your videos.
Oh, yeah. Your vlog was the best vlog I've ever seen.
It was the greatest.
Oh, but yeah, no.
But I will say this. The video I showed you yesterday, the Rhaegar video, I'm going to re-release that tomorrow just for shits and giggles, by the way. That was the first time where I thought, okay, I need to do like a whole video with like a few. I mean, and I didn't love the animations by any means, but I like the style. Mm-hmm. So I want to do more of that. It just takes so much more time. It's so much more time. You know that better than anybody. But anyway, like your vlog was fucking fantastic. So
it blew me away.
I didn't bother. I wasn't even going to try. There's no reason to. But I didn't film enough good shit anyway. I don't know. I didn't have. So it's like we didn't have time for anything.
You're releasing your Ragger video?
My Prince Ragger video is coming out tomorrow. But I'm re-releasing this for a couple reasons. But there's a lot of new subscribers since that came out. That's almost exactly a year old. It was released on the 6th of December last year. But I think it's a pretty good video, pretty good idea actually.
Yeah,
theory video on Rhaegar, Prince Ragger. And so I'm gonna re-release that tomorrow. I don't like re-releasing stuff, but I just think there's been 25,000 people that hadn't seen that. So I'm going to release that tomorrow, and kind of I'll touch it up a little bit. But yeah, gonna do that. And Val, you got any plans this week? Anything coming out? Before you go?
Yes, I'm working on a Game of Thrones coins video. This should come out this week.
Oh, Shower Post.
Yeah.
Yes, cool. Good people.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, awesome stuff. I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, no, looking forward to doing this again. I see Yoli Stark asking if you're all invited to my wedding. You know what? Yes, you're all invited to my wedding, but I have no idea when it's going to happen. So there's that.
The wedding.
Yeah. No, thank you everyone in the chat saying good night to you guys too, and awesome seeing you. #ProtoGeek. I'm gonna keep pushing that.
Yeah, we'll work on that, and we have a, I don't know if you're busy editing all the time, but every Sunday we try to get them to get Smokescreen on GOT. But we're running out of time, people. I haven't got the call yet. I haven't got the call. Let's get a lot of YouTubers as extras or something, man. That would be cool.
That'd be so cool.
Since Val said the flight's only 6 hours and we're in the same time zone, I would.
You think about it. I mean, you guys, you keep their audience.
Oh man,
busy.
I mean, not just me and not just Val, but how many books
Yeah.
has this community sold? I mean, come on.
There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, little. Just let me be a white or whatever. I'll just walk across the background and trip and fall. I don't care.
Right.
I'll fall in a pile of horse shit. Doesn't matter to me, as long as I can say I was in it. That's
Horse
all.
hockey.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh shit.
Yes.
The Southern's coming out in us. We apologize. No, we don't. Actually, we don't apologize.
Hey, there's still the spin-offs, so
do what?
could be extras in the spin-offs.
That's true. That is true.
That,
That I would take that, but it's not the main. It's not the main thing. We got one season, and this damn thing's over.
that's right.
And then I'll probably have to get a job again and go back to Microsoft because I can't pivot out of this shit. All right. Well, I know we're running our mouth. We'll let you go. So we'll take a break and let Val get out of here. So anything else, Val, before we go? I think
And we'll play more games too. Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
by the-
definitely.
More games. We're going to do some more games, more stuff on the gaming channel. So go subscribe to those, Because Gaming and Smokescreen Gaming.
Yes.
We're going to do more Dead by Daylight. And Val found a scary, what was it? What was it? Heat? No, not Heat.
No, it's called Damned.
Oh, Damned. Yeah, it looked like a jump scare game.
It's the same as Dead by Daylight, but a lot scarier. And
Oh God, I gotta watch you play that.
Yeah. I'll watch some of the videos when you sent me that link, and it looked like a lot of darkness and flashlights.
When he first started playing Dead by Daylight, it was tearing my damn nerves up. I would be scared to death. I would hear the heart beating and shit. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
There's not really any jump scares. Well, I will say if you're a survivor and Freddy, with the Freddy add-on, you can get a jump scare with Freddy if you don't have a certain thing to see him when he transitions.
Oh yeah.
If you know the game, you know what I'm talking about. So he can just pop out of nowhere and appear.
Hell.
So other than that, it's not really that scary once you use the heartbeat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Amanda King saying more guests on Smokescreen. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll for sure. So yeah, again, the Side Effect Podcast. Check us out on that, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and we'll get it back on YouTube. I don't want to go through that whole story again, but YouTube's gone for now, but we'll get that back up this week. And we'll record Tuesday. Although I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about yet. I'm waiting on Val to tell me. Or Tarzan or Kevin or whatever's going on.
Right, yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, damn. we just wing this shit, I'm telling you. We're professionals. All right.
Okay.
So thanks, Val. Appreciate it.
And then for people asking, people are being awesome in the chat, answering people's questions. With on my channel list, it's Because Geek. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yes. Here, I can let me grab that really quick. Oh no, not that. Because I'm not spelling because it should autofill. I'll paste this. This here. Well, you can too, actually, Val. You're a mod, but here, I got it.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could have.
This is Val's channel, Because Geek.
Definitely go check it out.
Go there, subscribe to that.
Oh,
and then,
Jesus, man.
well, I spammed it a bit, sorry. Go check out Because Geek. She does Game of Thrones and all that good stuff, and especially filming news. And she's still got to do Ancient History Part 2.
Oh my God.
She's been promising that for 3 years, but
yeah, it's literally been like 3 years now.
It has, but that and Because Gaming, and I think she did have another channel called the Side Effect Podcast, and we just talked about that, but we'll get that back up too.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So we'll get out of here. Thanks, Val. Good night, Kyle Dubs. I see you got to head out.
Good night,
Appreciate
brother.
it. And all right, Val. We'll take a quick break and come back for a few more minutes and let James get out of here too. So thanks, Val.
Thanks,
and,
Val.
We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Thank you, guys. Woo!
justice in the name of our king.
All right, we are back, and let me cut off. Val's still frozen there. Let me cut off the Skype thingy. All right, so let's grab a few more questions. Thank you,
really
Val,
fun.
if you're still in the chat. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
That was fun. That was fun, and we'll do it more. And like I said, we've already talked about it. We'll do some more properly edited videos on character predictions for sure as we get closer to the season. So if Val's still in here, thank you, Val. That was fun, and I can't believe you hadn't been on here streaming before. Damn, that's crazy. I thought we had done that a couple times. Let's see. Kiwi Superfan Q&A. You guys should contact Seth Meyers' talk show to try to get a spot on his show first. He is a huge GOT fan. Maybe that could get your foot in the door to be on GOT. That would be cool. I just don't know how to contact people like that. You can reach out to people on Twitter and their YouTube channels, big people, and they just get so much. There's no, I don't get a response personally. I'm sure I wouldn't. But if anybody knows anybody, that would be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I could try, but I mean, what do you say in an email like that? Hey man, can I be on your show? I guess it doesn't hurt to ask.
I heard you were a huge GOT fan. Check out my channel, man.
Let's see. Her Monster Highness, how is everyone doing tonight? Have you liked and subscribed? No. Is bot canceling my post? No. Nightbot is not working.
Yeah.
Nightbot's broken.
He took the night off.
He did, apparently. I don't know what's going on with Nightbot. He was supposed to be in here because I wanted you guys to know. Well, it's keeping up with chats, but it's not saying anything. Because I wanted you guys to know a couple of things. I'd mentioned this in one of the foreshadowing videos. A lot of people, it's Christmas time.
Yep.
Holiday time. So a couple of things I can help with on that. First off, if you shop on Amazon, if you want to support the channel, any link in any description of any video, there's a link in there. You can support the channel by shopping on Amazon. If you use that link, it'll actually give the channel a little kickback, but it won't increase your prices or anything whatsoever. It just simply helps the channel. As far as some savings, again, you guys know by now, you can go to audibletrial.com/smokescreen and get a free 30-day trial of audible.com and one free audiobook. That's another thing. And also eWin Racing. Yeah, very cool. I use it all the time. And also eWinRacing.com if you're interested in office chairs, and you've seen my gaming chair and probably other videos. They're gaming chairs, office chairs. They're very, very cool. They sent me one to test out and all that good stuff. Now you can go save 20% versus 15% if you go to eWinRacing.com. If anybody needs a new chair or whatever, they're pretty expensive, but they're actually lower than most of the other similar gaming style chairs. Right. But you can get 20% off of any chair, period, if you enter the code Smokescreen at checkout. Any chair you want, and they have all black office style chairs. They have the colored kind of gaming style chairs. Really cool, but you get 20% off now versus 15% before. I talked them into 20% versus 15%. So that's a pretty big chunk of money off of like a $300 chair.
Really
that's a pretty good chunk of money.
And while you're making announcements, I guess say who won again.
Yeah, for sure. We had just in case you're just catching us, we have a winner to our Ice and Fire giveaway, our World of Ice and Fire book giveaway, and again that was George Edwards from Texas, USA. And he did that by liking the Facebook page.
Really cool. This is like the third or fourth book,
yes,
volume of this book. That's so cool.
So, yeah, George, if you're watching this or watching it as a video after it posts, just hit me up on the back end of the channel. Go to the About page or About section of the page on YouTube and click Send Message. And just verify your email address and all that stuff that I have, and I will get that out to you. Or you can also email me at chris@smokescreenbids.com. That would be fine as well. So I think that was all for the announcements, I guess. Let me double check my list. Again, happy birthday to Ben Moon if he's still in the chat. Not sure if he's still here. We had Val up on the screen, so we couldn't see all the questions. All right, so we got. Let's see here. Ben G.
Yep.
Is that what you're pointing at?
That's what I was going to point at.
Is it a coincidence that the glass candles / dragon glass are utilized across the world in magic / healing? Dragon glass seems like the answer to everything. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's very, very much on purpose. With these magical properties, you can talk to people across distances like a telephone, but it's in your dreams. So you send people dreams or visions. Dany, it's used a lot more in the books. Quaithe kind of keeps track with Dany no matter where she goes and always sends her messages. It's used at the Citadel for training in the higher arts, magic, getting your Valyrian Steel link. Everybody tries to light a glass candle with their mind, and most fail, but they study it, but now it's working again. So, yeah, and then, of course, it's the magical thing that created the Night King, and I'm sure that'll be the same in the books. You know, everything. It's used for everything. It kept Benjen alive, but yet he wasn't a White Walker. A little bit different magic spell, I guess it was.
Crazy.
If it's the key to everything, it's probably the key to, like we said, killing the Night King, as in removing it, because it's already there. So, I would agree.
And Mamma Mia says, did you hear about the new casting call for GOT?
I have not.
I have not.
I'll be honestly, the last couple of days I've been working on cleaning out a room, transforming a room to a proper studio and some stuff going on. So I have not really looked at GOT news in the last couple of days. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
I wonder how you do that.
Yeah, especially in America. I guess I don't know. I don't know how you do that either over here, because everything's there. But yeah, where's the was that? I'm assuming that was probably on Watchers on the Wall or something like that. A GOT website, maybe winteriscoming.net. They usually announce stuff like that. So I'll take a look and see if I can find it.
Here you go. Here's one from John C. for you. Q&A. Why would Aerys II ever agree to letting Tywin into the city with an army?
Yeah, well, he knew they were best friends for 20 years.
Right.
And he had done a lot of stuff to spite him, but he still thought because at this point he had grown mad, so he wasn't thinking straight anyway.
True.
So that's the main thing, but he knew he was doomed, and that was his last chance. He thought Tywin was going to still serve him or whatever, even after spiting him with Cersei not marrying Rhaegar and all the other stuff he had done, making Jaime Kingsguard and all that kind of stuff. I think he just didn't. That was his last hope, and he wasn't thinking straight about, wait a minute, is he here to help or hurt? Because he had never done anything to him publicly.
Right, he just heard all these rumors and or people saying
it was Tywin's
really...
It was basically people saying that Tywin's really running the show, the Mad King's crazy, and he heard all this stuff and got jealous and blah, blah, blah. So I think basically it was just his last hope, because he knew he was doomed. He was, there's only so many times you can scream burn them all before you have no people left to do anything and listen to you. At some point, people were jumping ship and saying, fuck you, fuck the king. Right?
That's right, fuck the king.
So, Amanda Kane, we want to test the call-in feature. Can you try to call on speakerphone someone to test it? What call-in feature? Do we have a call-in feature? What do you mean? What am I missing? If we have a call-in feature, I want somebody on the phone right now.
Right. I really do want to set that up.
Am I missing something, Amanda Kane? While you're typing whatever your response to that, Mamma Mia has a question. Q&A, do you think possibly Catspell having Dragonbone, Valyrian Steel, and Red Dragon Glass combined created a magic to defeat the Night King?
Well, Val was mentioning something similar.
That's a good question. Because it was in the book, it was like they just decorated their Valyrian steel daggers with dragon glass and red dragon glass and stuff like that. But with that combined, maybe something to it, or then again, it goes back to, is dragon glass a part of Valyrian steel? It doesn't have to be, but if they're combined, who knows? Maybe that is what makes it. But it seems like it'd have to be in the blade. You know what I mean? I don't know. But maybe them in proximity.
Right.
Is something magical about it.
That's a way to look at it right there.
Yeah. Could be. That's a good idea. That would definitely make the dagger stick out versus a random sword.
It would.
It's even though it's Valyrian steel, it's a little bit different because it's got the ornate dragon glass handle and the dragon bone or whatever. Good idea. Vert's asking the same thing. I have an interesting question. Did you hear about the new casting call? I have not. I have not heard about this casting. I got to go find this stuff, or somebody send me a link. I thought we could call in, sorry, 1-8 number or Google call. Steph Snow says. No, I would have to. I'd have to set that up to make it like a kind of a radio style show, but I haven't set that up or anything. I could do that though. We may have to do that and take I can actually set up an 800 number of people call in. I have to do that sometime.
Yeah.
It'd be hard though because you'd have to take a bunch of call and quickly get off the phone and get the next one. But then you got to take the chat and you got to take all these different locations. I try to minimize that because it's hard to keep up with all of it, especially during the season when there's 8,000 people in here. Jeez, that'd be cool though.
My phone's vibrating right now.
Is it? Uh-oh.
Hello? It's Monkey Man. He wants to know if we learned how to read.
Nope. Fuck reading.
Bye, Monkey Man.
Oh, shit. Or just a call-in hour, says Steph. Yeah, that's a good idea. Have an hour of call-in. Yeah, we could do that. We might have to look into that.
I used to love that.
We had talked about it before, actually.
We have.
We've actually mentioned it, but we never followed through and to set it up.
Remember the show Donahue?
Look at this. Hold on. We got Jake from State Farm up in the house. Is this the real Jake from State Farm? Because idiots will be calling all the time, making a 1-900 number.
That's so cool.
The Jake from State Farm. Jeez. Damn, I didn't know you were a fan. That's awesome. Jake from State
Wearing
Farm.
khakis.
Yes, my man, the Google Voice. That's exactly what I had looked into before. I just hadn't actually. I am real, Jake from State Farm says. Let's see. The Smokescreen calling hour. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. We could do that. We could look into that. I could definitely set up a Google Voice thing. Yeah, or a Skype thing. That could work. All right, let's see. Rocky Boy 24. This is the first time I've seen Rocky Boy's name. Welcome, Rocky Boy 24. Q&A. What do you think Rhaegar spent so much time at Summerhall in his youth? I mean, I think he was. First of all, that was just where they spent a lot of time. They just spent a lot of time, and they spent a long, long summer. So they were there as a summer home. So that was one thing. But I don't know if there's any. I think Summerhall was definitely. It's almost it goes into the Rhaegar video tomorrow about him being Azor Ahai in a sense, and you'll see what I'm talking about if you hadn't seen that video. But that's where he was born under maybe Salt and Smoke and amidst Salt and Smoke and all that stuff. So check that out tomorrow. But I don't think it's really a matter of where he spent his time. It's what's important about Rhaegar is that he was obsessed and he learned about the prophecy.
Yeah.
When he went to the Master at Arms in King's Landing and said, I need a sword and a shield. It looks like I must be a warrior. So I don't know if there's anything special about Summerhall other than that. And then, of course, Aegon V tried apparently to hatch dragon eggs, became, and of course that's egg from Duncan Egg novels, became obsessed with that, and then apparently burned the place down and killed a lot of Targaryens, and Rhaegar was born. So I don't know if it's actually the place or just what he was doing wherever he went, because he was obsessed with this prophecy thing. Let's see here. Simon Thomas. Seen that Rhaegar video? I don't buy it. Yeah, I mean, it's just an idea, and there's been a similar one come out recently. I will say from a channel. And it's just the idea. The idea is not that it's literal, Simon. The idea is that it fits in with these Nisa backstories. It's a parallel, not that it's actually necessarily the cause, but it's because we got to remember prophecy.
Yeah,
it's a tough thing. Is it literally happening, or is it metaphorical?
You got to read Mamma Mia's right there, just because of everything kind of behind the scenes.
Okay, this here,
yeah.
Mamma Mia, The casting call is of a sad-eyed girl with a neutral accent speaking to a lead role.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't let you in on a, on a little
Can I say,
inside
I don't know.
joke.
Will that work?
You can do it.
Get me a wig.
And I actually, when you saw Rocky, was it Rocky Boy 24 or
Yes.
something like that? I've got a new idea for the ending.
Uh-oh.
All right.
The ending,
Yeah.
the end game.
They're fighting like crazy, man. And John says, if you guys can change, and I can change,
We can all change.
and then just it's peaceful. After
Oh, no,
that.
I'm sorry. They'd be going, all the whites would turn and go, Jon Snow, Jon
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then you hear the national anthem kick in. That would be cool.
He wraps himself in a Targaryen flag.
Yes. Adrian. Oh, man. Rocky IV flows. All right, let's see.
He's not a machine.
he bleed. Man, I'm telling you, if you don't get goosebumps when you watch that damn scene,
I know.
when he's saying he's not a machine, he bleeds.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's just un-American.
And just remember, he trained in the deep snow
He
and
did,
everything.
and they followed him.
Hey,
One of the top 5 movies of all time.
that was great.
Lady Lotus, Q&A, do you think the ending of the show will match the ending of the books? I know it was said different roads lead to the same castle, but a part of me thinks George doesn't want his books spoiled. I think they will. I think it'll basically be it's got to be the same ending, otherwise it's not Game of Thrones, or it's not A Song of Ice and Fire. It's a different story.
Yes.
The main things have to be the same, and that's where I think a lot of, like Val and I were talking earlier, or we were all talking earlier about the R plus L equals D versus J thing. Okay, it's confirmed. It is. Now people will say, well, he didn't want it spoiled in the show. In the books, it's going to be Ashara and Ned. It doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit thematically. And yeah, there are good arguments, but there's also stuff missing from those arguments. And I won't get into all that here. And I understand the skepticism. Honestly, I do. But if it's that route, then they just told, and then George R. R. Martin literally said it in the first book. Why would he even have? Why would it be a secret? Why would it be a theme? Why would it be anything beyond that?
Very true.
So anyway, the point is that if that is the theme, A Song of Ice and Fire. So there's no point in even taking that book series and making it a show if you're going to have a different ending. There's just not. So it's got to be the same, basically the same. Yes, there's going to be a lot of differences and details missed, obviously, but I think it will be. I think it has to be. And they're in the big events too. So you're going to have Shireen.
Yeah.
You're going to have Shireen burn, which I saw that coming a mile away, but that's another one of the twists. The second one apparently that will happen. I mean, Stannis, he may do a twist with Stannis, from my understanding, but he's not. He's probably going to die. You know what I'm saying? The major plot points. It's got to be the same, because otherwise, this is just a different story with some of the same characters.
With the same characters.
It
and
wouldn't
that would
make
be too crazy.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense.
Rough
Chris
girl,
and,
rough. Fell
Chris and
asleep.
James like Frasier. Frasier, the TV show, the old show. Let me check. I think we're good. Let me check Patreon. Actually, is what I was trying to get to. Yeah, we're good there. Oh, wrong tab again. All right. Let me see if we've got any more on Patreon. Okay. Lord Manny, have you changed? I don't know if you've changed levels again. Lord,
Oh, yeah, no joke.
Lord Commander Manny, Val has to work. I'm 44, been retired for 12 years. Retirement sucks, everyone working and in New York while I'm down here. If you're retired at 44, you're doing well, Manny.
Yes,
congratulations.
you are, brother, man.
Congratulations. Sounds like a good thing. That sounds like a good problem. There's always cures for boredom, but not cures for having to work. so enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Wow.
I can tell who to use my name.
When you do the casting call.
Oh, so Manny's got connections. Is that what we're saying?
That's what he's saying.
Manny, you got connections to HBO and casting people, huh? to get YouTubers on the show that they promote for 3 fucking years?
Hell yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Let me know, man. Let me know. Where am I at? I'm on the. Oh, I'm in the close. That one. There's Rough Girl. I didn't see you earlier.
She said
Hello?
she fell asleep.
Oh man,
Or she just woke up or something.
Oh,
like that.
I thought we put you to sleep. I was gonna say we're not doing very good if you fell asleep. All right. Well, let's take a couple more and then we'll get out of here. James has to work too, and it's 12:40.
Steph Snow, I got to ask you this real quick. Do twins run in either Stark or Dragon bloodlines?
Let me see. There's been a few twins, but not a common thing, I don't think. The Targaryens, I don't remember. Let's see. I'm trying to remember Finney's. I don't remember a lot of twins in either, actually. So I don't think it's a common thing. I don't rememll any specific twins.
Could you see Danny
I
being
think
pregnant with
I
twins?
remember mention of some twins, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, I could see that with Danny, something kind of for the balance of the whole.
I'm assuming that's probably why the question's asked.
Yeah, related to whether she could have twins. Yeah, I don't remember being a very common thing. There have been, but it's not very often. Mainly the Targs are known for their insanity over time because of inbreeding. There have been a lot of crazy ones, but a lot of good ones too. Most of them have not been, though, actually. And then, the Starks, I don't remember any specifics, so it's not a common thing. So, but that's still a good question because they can pull in the Luke and Leia Star Wars thing, you know, and I'll do that for sure. And I think somebody had asked that before as well. As far as the actual, will they have twin type of things? I think it's certainly possible. I would not shoot it down. Simon Thomas, what do you think of George's famous 5 survivors list? Will the same survive on the show? I think they could possibly change a couple of those, but if that holds true still, because that story's changed a lot since he came up with that list, and that was Arya, Jon, Dany, I believe, I want to say Tyrion, and I'm missing one. I don't know if it
Megatron.
Exactly, Megatron. No, what was it? I can't remember the 5th one now. Arya, Jon, Dany, Tyrion, and
Bran.
It might have been Bran. I don't know. I don't remember. But I know I got 4 of those right. I'm not sure about the Bran one.
Or Sam.
I don't think it was Sam.
Damn.
But yeah, that was apparently done when he first started, and that's a lot of it could have changed. So, but I do think that. In other words, what I'm saying is, if that's still true, I think it will hold true in the show.
Okay.
I mean, but it doesn't have one that you could take an Arya, for example, and kill her off in the show and not in the books, and that's what I'm saying. Those things can be different because it's not going to affect the long-term main plot.
That's right.
But so it can still happen in the show for dramatic effect for TV.
That's right. Yeah.
Not that it's not dramatic in the books, but you know what I mean. Visually, to see, like an Arya or Tyrion dying would be like, what? Riots in the streets type things. Mama Mia has a question from Ben. Q&A, how did the children get to Dragonstone? Where were they drawn to it in a magical sense and got caught a boat over there, or where they're already there? I feel like children first called the Valyrians to Westeros. Yeah, that's a long-standing theory is, first off, if the children only had like dragon glass weapons and spears, how did they get across to Dragonstone to where they mined it? Now, here's the thing, though.
A tunnel.
It could be. That's actually a good point because in the books there are a lot of tunnels and cave systems. You only really see Bloodraven's cave system kind of thing in the show. So that's a possibility there. Could have been at that point there maybe wasn't. It could have been different back in those days where there wasn't necessarily. I mean, it's an island, but maybe there was no water there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that could have been different, just like the Armor of Dorne used to be there.
Right. That's probably.
But I will say this, just to kind of throw this in there as something to think about. There's evidence, and I did a video on this a while back when I did a video called "Was the First Hero or Was the Last Hero Valyrian?" Because we're all under the assumption by the timeline that they're only 5,000 years old, and then the first men are 8,000 years old. Well, the first war when the first men were around they were 8,000 years ago. So, but there's evidence that people were here before, and that is with the sea stone chair, the one on Pike that the Ironborn used as their throne. It was already found carved with the black stone in the shape of a kraken. Who did that?
No,
was it the children?
Dude.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's a good question, but also just to throw this out there, it's also pointed out in the books or hinted at that it's not Dragonstone is not the only volcanic area in Westeros. So that doesn't mean that in the books that's the only place Dragonglass is available. Obviously, they're way up north and still giving it to the Night's Watch and all that stuff over the years. There's probably some volcanic areas in the north as well, or other places in Westeros. Let's see. All right, let's get a couple more really quick, and we got to get out of here. I think we're good on super chats, I believe. I wanted to check and see if I thought I had missed something earlier. Maybe it was a Patreon thing. Let me double check really quick. Got those. Got that one. I thought I saw something earlier where I didn't recognize it when I was double checking outside. Well, I think we're good. I think we're good on Patreon.
Looks like it. Yep.
Let's see. Randy on Patreon does say, Bran will go into the future and get his great-great-great-grandson Tony Stark. He'll come back with the Human Torch and handle this. That reminds me, Randy. I love that. That's funny because there's a great shirt that I wanted. It was House Stark, and it had like Bran and Sansa and Jon and Arya, and then it had Tony.
I've never seen it.
Over here,
that's awesome.
Over here without his helmet on, but in the Iron Man suit.
That's so cool.
That was pretty damn funny. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. All right, so let's get one or two more, and we'll get out of here and let everybody go to bed. Another damn Monday. All right. Bell Boots. Hey, we're here. We're still here for a couple minutes. Glad you got to catch us before we get off here. Let's see. Yoli Stark, Q&A, what is your favorite book, God or any other series? My favorite is this series of books. I like a lot of classic books and stuff too, but as far as like fantasy, sci-fi fantasy realm type stuff, this is by far.
Very cool.
I don't know if you have any favorite books or
Yeah, I have a lot of sports stats books and things like that are really precious to me. But as far as a book written, I always go back to Stephen King's Different Seasons, the 4 short stories. Yeah. I just love it all.
Big Sense, the Order of the Green Hand YouTube channel has a great theory on all the first men were being Valyrian. I have to check that out. I think there is something to the timeline. I will say that. I haven't researched it in depth or anything, but I think there's something to the timelines being off. And the Sea Stone Chair thing is one of the reasons that makes me think that.
Okay.
Like, why with the Valyrians being such a young race as compared to the first men and stuff like that. So I'll have to check that out. They have I don't agree with all their videos but they have great videos and great research for sure. For damn sure. Let's see. All right, let's get one more good one. I'll grab this one really quick. Leslie Powell, Q&A, how do you think Clegane Bowl will go down? If I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure that it does, but if it does, it will be the Hound having something to do with fire to take him out, because he's essentially a white. So it's got to be when they come to King's Landing. It's got to be when they get forced back from the north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like when Jaime has to see. What do you read?
The one right below it, right below that, right?
Yeah. Banana bandana. Let me. I don't know who you're talking to. Are you asking?
Hell.
I mean, maybe somebody in the chat. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Big Sensi following up on that with the Valyrian thing. I don't know. Right offhand, just off the top of my head, I wouldn't think so, but I'm not totally against that either. I think there is something more to that. But you get so much detail in, like, for example, the book somebody just won, you know, The World of Ice and Fire, about the Valyrians and the stronghold and their being, you know, and of course their silver blonde hair and their, you know, lilac eyes, and they're so different from what the first men were described as dark and gruffy, and, you know, the beards and, you know, the big tough guys. Right. So it makes you question that, but there's definitely something to the timelines being wrong, I'm sure, because you got to think about it. There was no written history; it was just oral. And then at some point, thousands of years ago, they started writing things down, but that was way, way later than it actually happened. So I would not be surprised if there were Valyrians here a lot earlier than we think, as far as Dany's the Dreamer, you know, seeing the doom of Valyria, and then the House Targaryen leaving Valyria and coming to Westeros and landing on Dragonstone. Before that all happened, I'm sure they had, you know, descendants before that.
Yeah.
It's there seems to be some things pointing in that direction. All right, let's get one more good one. What is that? People mouth? Jesus Christ! Oh man!
Oh, Banana's talking about a 138, not a
yeah. 138. All right, let's see. Let's see. Richard Martin, do you think the Valyrians came from the Shadowlands? Hard to say. There's not a lot known about it. It's just not written about. We just don't know really anything about the Shadowlands, and not very much about, you know, like any city over there. A lot of that too is just because they haven't. A lot of that was filled in on the way, like, oh shit, we need a name for this, and we need to locate, you know, just for some backstory and history and world building. And so, wasn't a lot of thought at the time put into what that was going to be. And then later on, there was stories added to it, right?
Yeah.
So he actually said that. I'm not just making that up, like, oh, he just made, you know what I'm saying? They're just, like he said, we'll never see us shy. Well, why not? We hear so much about it. We do know some detail about how it's described, but nobody's ever seen it. You know, that's alive in our story, or they have apparently, but not to where they confirm that, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it would be cool to get some more information on that. But yeah, Valyrians originally, we just don't know. I mean, all we know is they popped up as an empire and became this huge empire because of dragons, and they discovered dragons in mines. And I think they found the worm things first, and then dragons and all that good stuff. So. You get dragons and learn to control them and shit, you pretty much rule the world.
That's exactly right.
All right, let's grab one more good one. I keep saying that, but I keep getting distracted by bandana. Jesus. Okay, all right, here we go. Alex Montero, Q&A. I'm starting to think John's surviving this thing and Danny's dying. Also, I do think there's foreshadowing in what Aemma said to Jon about what duty against the feeling of a newborn son in your arms. I agree. I'm really starting. I think I've said this a couple times now. I'm leaning more towards now. If you have to choose one of those two, of Danny dying, possibly in childbirth.
Yeah, that will be a good way.
Because it's yet another thing where Jon loses a love, a big sacrifice in a way. And he's forced into this leadership position that he doesn't want.
Yep.
And I don't know if he'll, like I said, I don't know if he'll take it being a king, or if he'll change the rules like we were talking about before with Val. But I do have the feeling, as right now, I would say 70 Danny, 30 Jon. If I had to choose a percentage on death versus living, if one of them has to go.
I like that.
But like we were just answering before, they could both live. I would love that too, but. If he really wants the bitter part, is it just killing dragons and dire wolves?
And also, again, that whole thing about, well, in my one or two videos, I said about the dire wolf dying with the pups, and then all those major players, mother dying during childbirth.
Yep.
That would put a bow on that pretty good.
It would. And it's like, because otherwise, why, when you're talking about their backstories, why mention it?
Good point.
If they're not going to use that, if he's not going to use that,
Yeah.
I should say, being the author of
I
the
think
damn
your
books.
70-30 is pretty good.
So that's what I would give it right now for a number based off right now.
Yes, my mistletoe is up and it's hanging.
All right. Speaking of that, I need to go get the tree and all that good shit. Since we got a room now.
It's beginning.
Okay,
to
I saw
go
one I
up
was going to
like
grab really quick before we get out of here. I can't. Where did it go? All right, we'll end on this one because we've talked about this a little bit, and it goes into one of our in-game things. House Sanchez. Q&A, will the dragon glass need to be taken out of his chest to die, and if so, who will take the dragon glass out?
Yes.
That's exactly where the kind of the point where we came to. Is that if he's already, that's why I was asking Val actually, or I wanted her opinion on it. If he's got dragon glass in his chest, how can scratching him with dragon glass on the exterior of his skin or ice skin or whatever hurt him?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, Valyrian Steel 2 being another fiery type thing, or if it's made from the same shit, I think we said that in Dragon Part 4. That's what we got to. I don't know if we mentioned it before that. Maybe we did. In that series anyway.
Yeah, somewhere.
And I actually released, by the way, if anybody hadn't seen it and hadn't seen that full series, I did a condensed version of Part 4 in a month or two ago. It's just labeled Endgame, how God will end. But we came to that conclusion that it needs to be removed versus Sam finding out Valyrian Steel and getting Gendry to make it all, and then them going up and stabbing him with Heartsbane or whatever sword you want to pick. Or Longclaw, and then just killing him like, okay, it's over. And they all drop dead. They go to do that, or they shoot him with an arrow, and he just goes, or don't even stick in him, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're going, oh, shit. We just read these books that said Dragonglass killed these things. We've seen it happen with Sam, with Jon and Valyrian Steel.
Yes.
And now, of course, Mira. What's up? Oh, shit. We can't kill him with this. All this shit we banked on.
Yeah.
What do we do? And then Bran's got to say it was put in him. So Jon's got to say, I'll do it.
He will. he will do it.
And it's got to be, you know what I mean? I think right now it's got to be Jon, because otherwise, or LJ, he's got to do something to be able to do it magically, is what I'm saying. Because otherwise, what's the point of Stark Targaryen blood and one kid? You know?
Yeah.
I think that's what it boils down to. I mean, it seems
really,
pretty straightforward.
Really
but it
now
is.
we just need to know. I mean, is that kind of what he's been waiting on? Has he been waiting on the person who can do it?
Right.
You know, because there's something special about Jon. I mean, who knows? We got to find out what he's reacting to and why. But I believe the dragon glass has to come out.
I agree. And right now, that's where I'm still on that as well, as far as his actual death.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think that'll do it. We'll get out of here. It's almost 1 o'clock, right at 1 o'clock. And I think let me just triple check everything. Want to make sure you get everybody, especially on Patreon. And again, thank you, Lord Commander Manny. I think that's where you're stopped. But I appreciate the upgrade on Patreon. It really helps out a lot. Thank you to all the super chats as well. Appreciate that. That certainly makes up for lost ad revenue because nothing's monetized. So I really appreciate that as well. And if you hadn't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I know a lot of people watch, and I say this a lot, but there's always new people.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people watch YouTube, signed out. So, create an account or sign in and subscribe. It really helps. And
thank you, Hoon.
And share these, not just live streams, but any videos with family, friends that you think would enjoy them. We'll keep doing these on Sundays, and look for more foreshadowing videos this week. And, of course, the Rhaegar video out tomorrow. It is a re-release, but I'm gonna polish up a couple things and put that back out there for the newer people who hadn't seen it as well. I think it's a good little parallel at least. So look out for that. I mentioned all those things with links in the description about Patreon and T-shirts and all that good stuff that Val and I were talking about earlier. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
give you justice in the name of our king.